What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm here to report some news on Blake Griffin. I know a lot of people have been questioning what happened to Blake Griffin. Is he even playing right now in the NBA? I know a lot of buzz has not been surfacing around his name. He's been injured for the past 2 seasons with this Pistons team. He hasn't really lived up to the expectations. We thought that we would see a 1-2 punch with him and Andre Drummond. We thought we would see a 1-2 punch. These two guys, Blake being his style of play is him playing physical, being a rebounder, and also being passive, playing alongside a guy that can rebound and just dominate down low. We thought that this 1-2 punch would work, kind of like a Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum type of style of play between these two guys. But this social experiment, it seems like it's becoming a failure as time goes by. And as of right now, before the All-Star break happens, who knows? Andre Drummond might get traded, and I don't see how far Blake Griffin is going to stay with Detroit, looking at his resume of playing with this team. Again, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. Right now, he's being sidelined for the remainder of the season due to a left knee injury. He's going to see a specialist this week to give us more details on as far as his extent and his time of being missed. But for the Pistons, if they make the playoffs, that'll probably be the only time or his only opportunity where we would possibly see him being back on the court. But as of right now, this Pistons team is currently 13-24. They're 3 games away from a final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. So with the East being weak, who knows? The Pistons might make the playoffs, and we might see Blake Griffin this year. But he's played only 18 games this season. He's averaging 15.5 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists this season. So Blake Griffin, it looks like he's going to be sidelined for the remainder of the season. And there's 2 sides to this. I would say a positive side to this would be, even though Blake Griffin is being sidelined, we get a chance to see guys like Thon Maker make his name. It's going to be increasing his minutes. And the guy Christian Woods, a power forward that's been playing great for this Pistons team so far. So his level of play is gonna develop and is gonna blossom with the minutes he's gonna get due to Blake Griffin's injury. So there's a pros and cons to the situation. But as of right now, after the 20 contract for Blake, he has 2 more years and approximately $75 million left on his deal, with the last year being his player option. But for me, I think Blake Griffin, after his playoff option, he's going to leave. I don't think he's going to stay in Detroit. What star player would want to stay in Detroit? I don't see a big future for this organization. So I think Blake Griffin, he should use all of what he has left in the tank, and he should just go to a playoff potential team. Blake Griffin should just go play his last years out and go to a team maybe like Portland, maybe the Celtics, maybe who even knows, he might go back to LA, but this time play for the Lakers. Blake, I think he has to start thinking in the future and if he really wants to win a title, because him playing with the Pistons, I know they're in a rebuilding situation and they're not even in championship mode. They're not even, on that level just yet, and they're in the Eastern Conference. So, this team is going to take a long time for this team to rebuild to be championship contenders. So, Blake, I see him leaving as soon as he gets the opportunity. Because with Blake Griffin, again, he's a great player, but all these injuries, that's like this bug. It's like he's cursed. But he's developed a jump shot, and that's because he can't rely on his athleticism anymore. He's been expanding his range and his career to 2.5 threes per game. He came into the league without a jump shot, and right now he's developing his jump shot, and so he won't rely on his athleticism to score. And again, he's a great rebounder, physical down low, so he has to change his game up to extend his career. So as of right now, it's a really big question mark for Blake Griffin. We don't know where he stands, but he's going to be sidelined for the remainder of the season. So giving you guys an update. Again, this can be a positive outlook for a guy like Christian Woods, a young player that has a lot to improve, and I believe he's going to be the future. Thon Maker, that's going to be another guy, center. He's going to be the future for Detroit. Andre Drummond, we don't really know what the outlook is going to look for him, but it seems like the Pistons are going to they're willing to trade him for any team that's going to offer us a couple draft picks. But with Blake Griffin, I don't see him being in Detroit any longer. But sad news to report, but I want to give you guys an update. So if you guys like this video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, give some feedback, and see you guys on my next video. Peace.